Hello and welcome to Fire Friday. This week on Fire Friday, we're not doing a comparison. We're done with the comparison videos. Those other two were the last couple weeks were the only two that I had in mind, and that was basically in reference to the globes. However, this one is on the subject of globes, and let me change the camera angle and get so we can look real close at these lanterns here, and we'll talk about these two lanterns real quick because I'm going to light one of them, but they also pertain to the globe situation that I wanted to talk about. So let me change the camera angle and we'll get on this right away. Okay, folks, so these two lanterns here are both Dietz Little Wizards. They are post 1956 because pre-1956 they had patent and date codes stamped into the air tube to the right of the fuel cap, and neither one of these have those patent and date code stampings. So that means that these are made in Hong Kong, but they're still, that doesn't really mean anything. They're not made in USA. The Dietz company is a USA company. However, their factory was moved over to Asia sometime in the mid 1950s. Anyhow, so that dates these guys. And I have one here. These were, I got these from my grandmother's house after she passed away. Like I say, they're identical. The only thing is this one came with a red globe. This one had the clear globe in it. And quick history, or not history, but about this one, you can see it's just kind of crusty down there. It was leaking at the seam, the crimp seam here, where the bottom of the tank goes to the top of the tank. So I had to use I've talked about it in other videos, the Caswell's tank sealing system, and it works fine. So I'm going to be lighting this one, and this brings us to the subject of the globes. And I wanted to bring this up because I don't want someone to make the same mistake that I did. This is, I believe this globe is older than the lamp, because the globe that came with this lamp it looked like paint on the globe. The glass was a little bit thicker. You can see this glass, you see that edge there, it's really, really thick glass. It's a heavy globe. And it has Dietz embossed in it, blown into the glass. It's a lock knob. It has these little nubs on the side that catch in here on the globe retainer. Anyhow, so this glass is colored when it was blown, it's actual red glass. The other globe that I have, and I have the original globe that was with it, but I wanted the older style looking globe. Both of these had the thinner globes, and they had, can't remember how Dietz was on there, but these are basically the same globe. They're both lock knob. They're both embossed with Dietz and everything. I bought the older globes and put them in there. I have the original globes for both of these lanterns. But anyhow, this one, I think they call it, it's either annealed or anodized. I think there was three. You had the actual red glass, you had an annealed globe, and then you had an anodized globe. The anodizing and the annealed, one of them is a little bit tougher than the other. I think the red would come off on one of them. This one, the red's not coming off. However, what you will have with these here's one here. I bought this globe at an antique flea market. I got a pretty good deal on it. It was 10 bucks. It is an old Dietz globe. It has Dietz embossed in it. Fits all. It goes to, I think it's like a high-low and a monarch lantern. It is also a lock knob. Anyhow, it is a red glass globe. So, and when I bought this globe, the whole globe looked like that. Okay? After I bought it, I put it in my lantern. I had a lantern that didn't have a globe in it. So it was perfect. I found a globe, $10. That was a really good deal for this globe. It's old and it's red. And so I couldn't wait. I got home, I put it in it, I lit it. And not long after I lit it, can you see that right there? That started happening. So I shut it off and I did some homework. And what they call that is crizzling or sick glass or glass cancer. And it has to do with a flaw at the time of casting that is very common with these older red globes. It's only the colored ones. With age or whatever, something breaks down, and with the heat from firing it, it causes this. And the glass is basically breaking down, and you can't see it, but it looks like glitter on my fingers where the glass is coming apart. At some point, if you burn it enough, it will end up getting worse and worse and worse until it finally cracks or something happens. So the major point of this video is if you find an older lantern with the colored red glass that's actually blown red, and it's in this kind of shape, to keep it in this kind of shape, don't light it. You can keep a globe like this to put in that lantern that's already crizzled and messed up and light it. Or you can go on lanternnet.com, which is W.T. Kirkman out of Ramona, California, and you can order a brand new aftermarket colored globe. You can get globes for just about any lantern that you have or want in just about any color: blue, green, red, yellow, clear, frosted. They have them in just about whatever color you want to get for just about any lantern you have. If you know your dimensions or your model, you can get a globe for it in whatever color. So again, if you get a lantern that has this red blown glass globe in it, don't light it. Chances are, not long after you light it, it'll end up getting ruined. So your best bet is to keep it as a display and don't light it, or have a backup globe that you can swap out and put a newer globe in there if you want the red or whatever color you want to light it. So that's all. That's my PSA. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy fueled up and get him lit, and we'll get on with Fire Friday. Happy Fire Friday. We'll see you next time.